What's going on, guys? This is Badass Viewer, and today we'll be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Infinite Series Spider-Girl figure. This is this figure I didn't really like at first. To be honest, I was a little bit disappointed by this wave, mainly because of quality control issues. That and we got two Spider-Girl figures, and it feels like they kind of gypped us out on one figure, because they only gave us 6 figures in this wave instead of 7, which they usually do. This Spider-Girl and the Ultimate Spider-Girl figure are supposed to be swaps of each other. Usually there's another figure that is either a swap or it's just an additional figure. So it kind of sucks, but at the same time, this figure's really grown on me. I don't know why, but she just has... I do like this body mold. However, she has some paint issues on her legs here, and that's mostly because they've used this kind of I don't know what kind of paint you would call it, but it's pretty much the same paint they used for like the torso of the new Spider-Man. It's not like a flat paint. It's more of glossy, kind of glossy acrylic paint, I guess. I'm not, good on my terminology of paint, but it's more glossy. It seems like it's a finer kind of paint, although it doesn't seem like they're applying enough coats because it just ends up flaking off, or the molded color underneath bleeds through it. But still, I think the playability with this figure is pretty nice. I just liked posing her and doing some cool stuff with her. I think she's pretty cool looking. I don't know the character too well, other than she is the daughter of Peter Parker in one of the alternate universes, or maybe it is... I don't think it's 616 continuity. I think she's an alternate universe. I know she was in Spider-Verse, which is probably why we got this figure and the Ultimate Spider-Girl, and probably a lot of other Spider-Man figures coming up. But yeah, that's about it. She's pretty cool though. The head sculpt is completely new. It's also kind of funny because it's a female mold, but you wouldn't really think so unless she didn't have her boobs. But the head sculpt is it's really small. You wouldn't really know that it's a girl head, but because it looks so much like Spider-Man. But it's nice. I think the line work came out really nice. Her eyeballs, I do believe, are somewhat sculpted, as in they're kind of like sunken in to the mask, so it's not like a all solid, paint over or anything. But that's about it. It looks pretty good though. No hair in the back or anything, which is why I would it could be assumed that it's not a girl. But then again, if you don't know this character, then that's something you could do. But I'm going off topic. Anyways, so yeah, the head sculpt's really nice. The paintwork on her is pretty decent. They also use that kind of glossy paint up on her shoulders, which I didn't really like because, the shoulders are going to get moved around a lot. So it's a lot easier for the paint to kind of flake off on those. I much rather prefer they just kind of use the flat paint, or a molded red paint that they're using for this upper part here, because this part down here is also using that kind of acrylic paint. So the paint's not consistent because it's actually a lot darker on her torso here than it is here, and this is lighter. Her shoulders are lighter and her boots are lighter, but then her head and her upper torso are a darker red, so it doesn't match up color wise. But it's not super noticeable, but once you really look at it, it's kind of like, why didn't they just paint it all that way? So yeah, the line, like I said, line work for the webbing is very good. The spider looks like it's very well painted. Nothing's really bleeding over or anything as far as I can see. They gave her some Black Widow gauntlets, which I think actually work pretty good for this sort of figure. It makes sense because it looks like spider blasters, so that's nice. Would have been nice to get some interchangeable hands because she only comes with these 2 web flipping hands, which is not bad, but it would have been nice to maybe get a fist or 2. Maybe just some fists, because I would have preferred to maybe have her punch somebody and have a whipping pose, but now she's always just kind of rocking out, I guess. but not like a super big deal. It just would have been nice. The rest of her, the blue is kind of just a, I wouldn't say it's like a navy blue, but it looks very nice. Very accurate to how she looks in the comics. But other than that, guys, not really much else to talk about, so let's talk about Articulation. She's using the new teenage female body mold, so she does have the hinge ball joint in the neck, so she can look up a very high amount. She can look up like pretty much straight up, she can look straight down, rotates 360 degrees. I think what also gives her a ton of articulation in the neck is the fact that she doesn't have hair, so there's nothing to stop it from going back, which I really wish that all female characters could do, but obviously they're not all bald and or wearing masks that cover up their hair. So I wish they would find, like, maybe put some soft hair so that way they can implement this joint into all female molds, but that'll probably never happen. But anyways, like I said, goes up and down, left and right, 360 degrees. Arms can go in and out, rotate 360 degrees. No bicep swivel, but she does have a 90-degree bend in the elbow as well as a hinge. She has a hinge in the wrist as well as a swivel. Diaphragm joint doesn't really go far forward and it doesn't really go far back. It gets about like one little click. It is kind of, it's not ratcheted, but you can feel that it's clicking into place. I mean, you might have to get the figure in hand to understand what I mean, but she doesn't really go forward or back, but she does go side to side there. Her legs can go forward and back, in and out, rotates at the upper part of the thigh, double jointed knees, rotation at the upper part of the ankle, I guess, or I don't know what you want to call that. I guess I would say like her calf. She has a hinge in the foot as well as an ankle rocker, so, and it seems kind of stiff and weird on mine, so I might need to fix that. But overall, at first I didn't really like this figure too much, but it kind of grew on me and I just kind of started to like it a little bit more. I did like the previous Spider-Girl that we got in the last series, so it's nice to have this body mold. I really like it a lot. It just feels like she's a little bit bland, and she could have came with some extra hands. So paying about 21 bucks for her is a little bit steep, but then again, you know, I guess you could be buying something crappier. I mean, she's not a terrible figure, but it would have been nice to get some more accessories other than the Hobgoblin Build-A-Figure piece. But nonetheless, she's a great looking figure. She's pretty cool. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you'll check out my other reviews for this wave and check out my previous reviews for the Odin wave, and stay tuned for more videos that'll come out at some point in the future. So thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you later.